Counter-Strike coming up. This is what we're waiting for. Thank you for your patience on that one as we're just waiting to get into the game. Hopefully going to deliver here. I was making a hard case for NAVI and the Dust2 victory, but we were interrupted by the surf and chill. Happens once in a while here on the Counter-Strike network.
Thank God. What?
As it is. Yeah. You know, I heard it all before. Listen, mate.
Must have been the win.
Listen, when they win 2-0, all right, who's going to be laughing then?
Well, let's see.
I hope they win 2-0 now. I might not hear the end of it. Please, Navi.
I can't lie. I'm feeling a 3-mapper, so I'm going to go the other way. I'm feeling 3 maps, but Navi still take it 2-1. I think Legacy might have this Dust2. I've seen some nice things from Legacy on the Dust2. Which is whether they play to the level that they can. Because we have actually even seen with this Legacy side, like, every map is vastly different in terms of the output we're getting, especially from players like Lato. Like, when Lato's a great game, he's kind of unstoppable, but he can have really slow performances too. Oh, caught at the back of the pack is now going to barrel in towards the A site. But it's nice to see no one's here.
They do have a kit available though. They've got 3 flashes actually to get back into certain areas of the map. So I think they were, yes, indeed conceding A, but they were quite prepared for it. Flash comes over. Oh, not quite able to find the double kill. dumau, meanwhile, on the edge of the smoke here. Key find from him. Bit doesn't check his corners and he will be punished. Down to just 2 all of a sudden. It started so well. It looked so solid, even despite the lack of A control. Can the USPs come out on top here? The answer is no. They will be bested, and Legacy to find the pistol against the odds.
And there it is. It's the dynamic duo as well of dumau and Lato to close out the pistol. And this is good signs for Legacy. These are necessities really for them. If those 2 shine, that's where Navi are going to struggle a little bit. That's where they're going to find there's a bit more of a harder fought Dust2, and especially because we still have what is definitely worth looking out for. That CT side, I think Nissim's incredibly proactive. He's really, really fun to watch. When he gets going, he's exciting. And there's a couple of different facets of firepower for them. A very early timeout, though, by Legacy, and it just seems like just a cheeky dumau massage break more than really any tactics to be gained from that one.
True. I'm a bit tense, boss. Yeah. Please help.
Oh.
Ooh, cabbage, they call that, don't they?
Yeah. High five in the spud. You hate to say it.
Yeah. Unlucky.
That's not, it's not good synergy, and it's not a good sign here. Not a good sign.
But it's all right. The coach is not on the server. He doesn't have to like shoot and use his hands and stuff. So he's not one of them. You know, that's why he goes for the high five.
That's it. Force buy in for Navi. MP down for Makaze. I'll get the pistols alongside it. 3 Deagles, especially in the hands of Bit. That can be very scary. Let's see. It's going to be a double stack towards B. And pretty aggressive from Navi out towards long. They get that smoke down as well, but they're going to relinquish that control. Kaze will most likely be first contact, and he has the support of the very scary Bit on the Deagle, but it doesn't look like the bomb's going to head in that direction anyway. It's over towards loosely the A site, and now it's just picked up, they can start moving their way forward.
Oh, clean.
Big shot.
Yeah, nice one to kick things off.
Nissim, who is the B anchor on CT side, he does a lot of good lurking into tunnels. Like, B is a very, very strong position for him. We've caught Legacy, I think it's like, this might be our 3rd time, I'm pretty sure, on Dust2.
Yeah.
And every time we've caught Nissim on Dust2, I've been really impressed with what I've seen. Not always running away in the numbers department, but the impact's great. It's a wild move from Makaze, and it works. Yeah. Lost that there, surely.
Flying Eagle manages to find a key one, and now he's on the Galil. He's looking to take matters into his own hands. Does not quite catch that player on the edge of the smoke, though. But he's moved forward, you know, so aggressively, grabbed, rather, so much information. There's a break on the smoke. Wonderful for a 1-for-1 trade. We're alone over here. They don't want to go into him against that MP9, so they're going to pull back in the 2 versus 2. Alexi B over on A then.
35 seconds.
Captain is going to have to stand very, very strong here. Unsure of a long presence. Obviously, here's one coming in towards short Molotov. Not good enough. Not good enough. He's able to hang around in this spot. Oh, that could be huge. Bomb plant coming in. They're not ready for him here. He's just trying to buy time while he waits for his mate. Can he get a catch? Look at this, though. The player up on short is not expecting him at all. It's just too hard of a shot to land. Him has found an AK. 1 versus 2. Can he get this done? They're going to buy into the next anyway. He's absolutely looking to move in for this, but he will have his head taken off cleanly. It's close for NAVI, but not close enough.
Yeah, nice by Sadzin. Really, really good impact from him. You know, we've highlighted him. He doesn't run away in the numbers department, but some of the rounds he has, he steps up in a big way and he just bailed them out there. I mean, that was expensive. For a force by NAVI, have put a lot of pressure on there. It very easily could have fallen apart, but it doesn't. So, 2-0. A real bye for the next round either. So the third should come more or less for free. Just making sure around this, you don't lose more than maybe like one player. You can afford the one casualty. Anything more, as that's where NAVI can take a little bit of happiness away from it. Like, all that, for example. Yep. And it's on.
It's a bleeding Tech 9 that he gets, though. For goodness sake.
Yeah. Barely an upgrade.
See, Art's very clever about the inting, you see. So all the mind games, it's like, aha, I got a kill onto Art. Now I've got a gun. Wait, it's a Tech 9?
It's like one of those classic
what is this guy doing?
Where people like empty the clip and then drop it on the ground.
Yeah,
and wait for
Oh, man.
That's Art in a nutshell. Nice ding. Gonna dive around the corner. dumau for a double. Cracks open the B site. Lovely work from him, just shutting down what was left of those B defenses. And as bomb gets planted, nothing really that NAVI can do in a spot like this. I think they're going to shut up and save. They don't really want to give away too much kill bonus. They know they can't pull off the retake. That, another exit to be found for the MAC-10, just about by Nissim. A little extra money in the back pocket, though.
But it's also what you're talking about in low elo, because they have the auto swap on.
Oh, it's true.
Because you're still like a new player.
Auto
swap on pickup or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Remember whenever you play, like, if you go to like a LAN cafe and you kind of have like default CS, that's one of the first changes that you forget to make, and then it happens once and it will cost you, and then it's the most tilting thing ever.
Indeed. Yeah. Shout out to the homies who still have auto attack on the MOBAs as well.
I don't know what that means, but I'll take your word for it.
I'm just shouting them out one time, you know, for anyone out there.
Auto
so
attack.
it's like, you know, you got the creeps and stuff, and you can,
What are
you know,
creeps?
the little fellas. You played like one game. You know the little fellas.
This is like the bots in bot lane or whatever.
Yeah, it's like the little guys that attack each other, and you're trying to kill them to get gold.
Okay, roughly, yeah.
You probably had it on in the couple games or whatever that you told me you played, but
one.
It's like
one and done, never touch a league.
Your character like auto hits things unless you turn it off.
Oh.
And sometimes that can get in the way of trying to chase a guy down or you know, whatever it may be.
Okay.
Similar as having the auto swap on pickup on. It's a bit convoluted.
Okay.
To remember.
It's like a kind of a noob-friendly
thing.
well,
this is it, right? Play the game for you a tiny bit, but it can actually be a problem later down the line.
Right.
Hopefully no one in this game has got anything like that turned on, you would hope.
Yeah, as you can tell, I don't play any MOBAs.
Yeah. You got to shout them out one time, though. They do exist.
Yeah.
And as we know, a lot of pro players like playing Dota 2 instead of playing Counter-Strike, so...
It's true. It seems to be the real kind of comfort game. That and World of Warcraft.
Of course. Warcraft. These competitive type games that are not quite the same level as Stakes, but...
Yeah, I played a bit of WoW, but it's just, there's too much going on for me.
WoW is a second job.
Yeah. It's real no-life energy.
Get home from your 9 to 5, and then your 5 to 11 is WoW.
yeah, exactly. I can't be bothered with that, to be honest. Get me on Arc Raiders.
When I was at uni and, you know, you're basically unemployed.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't go to your lectures like me. It's a good game, but, you know, when you got like a wife and kids and stuff.
Yeah, like you.
Yeah, like me. Many actually. Don't tell them. But yeah, good fun though. New expansion just dropped, so shout out WoW one time. We're shouting out all the games, I guess.
Shouting out all the games. dumau, holding this lower push. Makaze, how quick's the reaction? He does get some damage off, but he was just so low, Makaze, that winning that was unlikely. The flash is fantastic, but they don't capitalize upon it. Alexi tries to get around that corner, but can't, and Wonderful's now in the flames. He ticks down to 14 points of HP. First full investment's not looking too favorable for NAVI at the moment. 45 seconds to work with. Decides the right idea, right find as well. Down goes Wonderful. Long is open. They don't even need to commit to this. They've still got time to rotate if they want, but at this point, you've already got a couple of kills. Why not?
There's a lot coming in here. I mean, they're obviously playing mind games. It's like, oh, maybe we're not committing. Maybe we'll go into B. There's like so much damage done, so they just don't feel confident. When you throw that smoke down and you have M4s and whatnot spamming at you, you know, the chances of them picking up a kill here or two is actually quite high.
Yeah.
Raid coming in for the orb. Oh my goodness, that player's just made it around before anyone else is able to join him. They can't capitalize on the damage. It's well played by Legacy here, just putting a pause on it. And indeed, playing those mind games, what are we doing? Are we going back? Are we sticking around? Are you going to pull off some aggression? Obviously, the AWP gets gifted a kill as well, which I think convinces them more to go A than B. But like I say, they just want to keep the CTs guessing so they don't get safely spammed down through any smokes that may get thrown.
Oh, nice.
Save going to be denied. I think they're after Alexi on this AWP now as well.
Why wouldn't you, right? You know that you can afford to lose a couple. Give it a little search. Got a bit of time on the bomb as well. A lurk smoke to try and get you out of doors, but they can just overwhelm here. They can wrap and trade. He's going to try and hide in the smoke. Sneaky beaky like. He's hiding in plain sight. Where is he? They're not going to find... Oh, I speak too soon.
I was going to say, they figured him out. Of course it's Art. He knows, man. He knows the cheese.
Can't beat me in my games. All knowledge from Art. Nice work.
In the head of Alexi.
Great hunt as well, though, it has to be said. Like, I think I love that call. You've taken so much damage, but you can afford to risk a couple of Galils, right? If they fall, it's not the end of the world. Nothing saved, nothing gained. Legacy 4-0 out the gate, soon to most likely be 5-0 as well, considering that NAVI do not have the finances to work with, and Lato will open things up. Legacy look, honestly, really quite clean at the moment.
Yep, very, very impressive. NAVI has yet to really give us anything to get too excited about. Close in one of the rounds, but that is about it. Should be able to see this one off as well with the early kill coming in for Lato. And Legacy, once again, can just hold things together.
Reaggress long here, though. Him up. First fight, unsuccessful. Second, better. Let's take a tag. Wonderful, going to try and dip away. Flash around the corner as well. They know he's not in towards pit. They know he's round the corner. Wonderful takes a hopeful fade away, but it's not to be. Lato, 3 kills already for him against the low buy. CT smoke for the cross as well. The scout will round the corner. Oh, and spotted as well. Sadin, nice work. Another one, we speak about his impact, right? He's got these small little pockets of information that he works so well with.
Kaze on the dig. Here's him coming, or here's one coming at least. Just trying to find out where he is. Lato going to take him off though. 4K landing for Lato. So there you go. There's your player that you want playing well that you mentioned at the start.
Yeah.
If this guy is able to shoot and match up, he really is in a strong position. That's looking to be the case at the moment.
It's always a really good sign for Legacy. Like, if he's feeling really up for it and really alive, like, it gives him so much. Because dumau, we always expect numbers from him. Sadzin's pretty good in terms of his consistency as well. Nissim has his flashes of brilliance here and there. But if you get Lato really flying, that's when you start to feel really comfortable about what you're kind of producing here. And speak of the devil, he shall arise. Lato will open things up. Imma, dead to rights there on the short swing through the flames. Love that. So confident right now. Legacy, this is a real brazen style of Counter-Strike, which is what we've come to expect with Art, but it's working wonderfully. NAVI, they can't seem to compare against the pace, but nice shot from Wonderful. I'll give him credit.
Indeed it is. Maybe a way back in for NAVI, we'll find out. This is where Legacy have to be careful. They've been, moving back, resting on their heels a little bit in situations where they find like an opening kill and they're the ones making the first bit of noise, but now that it's become even, I think they just need to be very, very wary here. In towards A they will go. It's him to find Wonderful. Molly is pretty damn good. Alexi B can't do anything about it. Down to a 4 versus 2 here. There's still Makaze to help defend.
Interesting smoke.
Yeah, not quite sure where that was supposed to end up. Probably on the site, but it's been overshot, to say the least.
A little strong on the throw, lads.
Oh, nice.
Too much time in the gym.
And then Biz just nowhere near to help out here. So looking good. 6 rounds in a row from Legacy. NAVI has yet to crack the code.
This is a great showing. Bit will save that AWP, if he can, that is. There's a late look for the hunt from Nissim, holding the extremities of tunnel. Oh my bit. You could be walking into a dangerous position. Listen, he slow peaks, he could lose his life, but he does anyway, and he wins it. Quick headshot. Another round where there's nothing saved and nothing gained from NAVI. This is a real statement of a T-side by Legacy. Very pacey rounds here. They're moving as a unit so effectively. And in that instance, the util was excellent too. 6-0. And back into another low buy for NAVI. I guess he should be getting a 7-0 star here. What a leg on Mirage.
Yeah, just all too consistent with those.
Sadzin's got it twice in a row now.
Got killed a couple rounds ago. Yeah. Looking too easy. Deagle shot misses. MP9 chimes in. Is there support to join here is the big question. Mikaze, not going to happen for him. It's Lato again. Open up the bomb site. The bomb in no rush to go down, and the CT is going to try and abuse that, actually, as they move through the smokes here. There's too many targets to be dealing with. It's Lato and dumau, the dynamic duo, closing that one out. 7 in a row now. I mean, how long is this going to go on? Where's the NAVI timeout to try and recover things? Just falling, well, not even falling apart, because that suggests the fact that you have to, like, build something.
Yeah, that's something that initially, yeah.
So they're still on the ground level trying to figure out how you make concrete, you know. You put the sand in the water, and then, you know, who brought the stirring stick. It seems like nobody remembered that part. But they do take a timeout here. At least they've heard that.
What do I do with this wrench?
Exactly.
Where does it go?
Don't need a wrench to build the foundations, my guy.
That's it. 7-0. Legacy, they're looking great. Lato's flying, which is great, but Nissim is doing so much damage. I mean, he's leading in terms of ADR, or was up until that round. dumau still yet to die, 8-0 as well for him, and Sadzin's having an incredible impact in his own regard. I mean, there's so much to love at the moment. All the stars are shining, and while Art individually isn't doing much, he knows his role at the moment. Like, on these C sides, go in first, die for the team, basically, and it's working. Like, you know, people want to critique the int, but it's working. And he saw it in that round. Diving towards B, Art dives out first, he draws the attention away, and then allows the stars to shine. 8-0 for Sadzin, 8-0 for dumau, 7-2 for Nissim, 9-2 for Lato. A lovely showing from Legacy. Lato sees the nade and he invites it in as he goes through, and they'll take long control very quickly. You're going to put pressure on immediately. Pit cleared, close cleared, and soon car to be mollied out as well. So immediate long control with still 1 minute 30 on the clock.
So what's the figure here, right? Like, how do you get back into them? I think one of the key things, they're all together a lot of the time. They're also very set. You know, it's like stop, flash, peek. There's not a lot of rushing going on. So maybe getting in the face and disrupting them is the way to do it. They do that with the opening nade. They break things open here and actually drop a key player in terms of that bomb carrier, but moving through smokes, trying to catch them with nades in hand. It's just not quite worked out. I like the idea, but maybe too disjointed from NAVI, too far the other way. And it's not quite worked. They're, you know, if they'd taken this time out and figured that out a bit earlier on into the half, sure. I think it's just too far gone now for them to be making these changes to have incremental success, and then maybe you finally get around, but by the time that happens, it's going to be like 9-1.
Yeah, you're right. Imma finally on the board as well. 0-6 up until that point. Bit was 0-6 until the previous round. 8-0 start for Legacy. Sadzin and dumau both still yet to die as well. 9-0 for Sadzin, 10-0 for dumau. Another round as well where Art's the first to fall, but who cares? Same thing. It's working. It's what, like now an 0-4 for him in opening duels, but
and he was carrying the bomb and everything, and they still manage to win. I don't know what to say.
They're such a battering ram at the moment. Just wherever they go, they just overwhelm with numbers. It's very basic utility as well. There's nothing kind of new in terms of the util thrown, but it's really effective. It's fun to watch. It's really what we want to be seeing from this side. You know, Legacy have this ceiling of where they can play like this, but it's kind of a culmination of two factors of Legacy playing at their best at the moment and looking really, really effective, and the other side of NAVI playing at kind of what seems like their worst. Really not on their game.
Oh.
Triple boost. Okay. Don't see this too often.
Cooking. Gonna be waiting here a while. I don't think there's any.
You also slide the
Maybe
whole
as the
time.
Smoke goes down.
Yeah, the issue with this triple boost is you're always sliding, so you're eventually always falling off.
And they make a lot of noise doing that. Does draw in a peak eventually. I mean, that was the idea of the boost. But not able to do anything off the back of it. just backing away, and I don't think they rightly know what's on the other side of these choke points, right? What weapons, what utility.
Yeah, they don't need to commit either. They've got plenty of time. We've just gone under the minute mark, right? They've got so much time to reset the round, and also so much utility to go wherever they want. That seems like it's back to A. The first fight is probably the most important, though. You can clear Alexi cleanly off this corner. A site becomes immediately quite vulnerable. You can't really flash for this.
Gonna try.
Yeah, he'll avoid that one. If you flash through the door, they get him, but one going over is not going to do too much. Will he get traded by Art? No. Uh-oh, and Wonderful going to get another one. Alexi's got 3 now. It's all on the shoulders of Nissan. He dives into CT and tries to catch one knife out, and he eventually does get it. 15 seconds in a 1 versus 3. He can't win the round. He's going to try and make it expensive if he can, but even that's a big ask. And he's running out of ammo. Crosshair seems all right.
They're not even just giving him the peaks here, though. Really playing it safe. And indeed, they will save 3 in the end. So not only winning the round, they win it with good money. Just putting the fear a little bit. That's Navi's first kind of dominant showing. It does come off the back of a, we could argue, is a 50-50 decision. That flash is designed for the left-hand side, which is where they look first. They went for the one designed for the right-hand side. They probably trade Alexi B. He might have still got one, but obviously not the world in which we live. We'll see, though, Navi with some individuality, some morale boosting maybe, as we want to see these players just go for the chance spam off the back of those nades. So many times they might be able to get away with it. Timing elbow spotted. I think that may well have been an awkward team flash coming in from somewhere. It's hard to tell. Nonetheless, Wonderful able to find it. And Imma getting in the face. This is what I was talking about. Disrupt the early round. Make life awkward for Legacy. Didn't work the first time they tried it, but it is working here.
Wonderful taken. Damage through the molly. He will react in time as he avoids the flash. Nice work from him. Both Wonderful and Imma tick down very low to the flames, but it's a 2 versus 4. If Navi can recover to get 4 rounds out of this half, it's absolutely still on. And Alexi going searching for some info. A site itself is open. They've double stacked long. Alexi and Imma are in this position, and Imma's very low. He can't afford to fight on his own. The bomb will go down. You most likely plant for short here as well. I say that. That's a risk.
Uh-oh. I don't like the way these look, man. You know, when you've got all these players separated like this.
That's the healthy player, one of the 2.
I've seen many setups of a CT side go south. 2 versus X, 2 versus 5, 2 versus 4. Smoke goes down. 2 of them coming in from short. They've cleared out CT now. Good information gather from Nissim. Here's one over at short. Going to discover there's another over there as well. So lots of info to work with. The one key problem, they've looked away from long at the worst time. He now starts closing the gap. It's all going to be on Nissim. Art couldn't win his fight. It's close on the bomb, though. Wait a minute. They do have the kit. I think they should have it, but this is awfully close. Oh my. Yeah, really all the way down to the wire. But if Art finds one in that situation, I think it's a very different round. They make me nervous. The CT side, they make me nervous there.
Yeah, that is a last gasp at a retake. Thank God they get it, but good effort, in all fairness, by Legacy. Not a bad attempt. Oh my God,
yeah,
there's not a lot of time on that. All you had to do was stay alive for a little bit longer on that corner. They would have been too scared to really stick that defuse, but a game of small margins. Wonderful. Only in towards long, they're barreling in close. That's a great flash from Sadson. Gives Lato an absolute sitter to open things up. And once again, these early long controllers, something they're so damn good with. Short presence. Nissim, for 1, looks for 2, and he'll get it actually before falling. Wow. Great effort from Nissim. 2 versus 4, but it's on the other side now. It's the T's with the numbers advantage, just them working their way in towards the A site. Flank being accounted for by Sadzin. Shoulder spotted, shot delivered. All on bit. 1v4 turn 1 versus 3 as he jumps up on boxes, and he'll lose his life for it. What a response from Legacy. They lock in 9.
And this is what I'm saying. I think they have sort of figured out a little bit of what they've got to do, and now it's, you know, the counter to the counter and everything that they're dealing with. There's just not enough rounds to work with. I think it comes far too late. You know, it's 7-0, 8-0, mind you, before they manage to get a round back, before they managed to look competitive. It was 7-0. I think that's why it's in my head. 7-0 after the timeout. And that was the round where you felt a shift in strategy and tactics from NAVI, or maybe the overall strategy, actually. And it didn't quite work. But you could see they were trying something, and maybe it would work eventually, but there's just not enough room. They have no margin for error. They do make some errors in that one. Maybe just spawn-based, you know? Wonderful, thinking he'd get there faster. Not how the way it goes to kick things off. They don't have the rounds to play with. So a super, super, super slow start. I think the shift needed to come in at like 5-0, to be honest with you. And it's cost NAVI, so it's going to be a hard run back in the second half.
Yeah. The question is, do Legacy get double digits before the turn off said half? Imma. Stacked on top of each other with Wonderful here. Orp is looking for first contacts. They're staying on that corner. Sadson had the right idea, but Lato goes ahead of the pack a little bit. And he'll lose his life for it. Nice find by Imma. He gets one, doesn't take a point of damage, and he'll just tuck himself back into safety.
Well, a genuine proper test for Legacy. Feels like maybe the only round that we've had this. Where it's good, clear, clean entry for NAVI. Funny business going down, looking very, very doable. Still going to move in from short. Lexi B at Goose. He's got Wonderful to cover him, though. And, well, that AWP is surely going to be deadly. Lexi B, did he spot the player hanging around on the edge of this smoke, looking to maybe dive in? If playing their cards right, it doesn't matter. They come to him. He finds the double. Sadzin's Tech 9 takes a couple heads, but that's all he will get. 9-3 is not totally out of the question. It's certainly a recovery of sorts, given the way that things were looking. We were worried about maybe the 13-0 coming in. They deny that. They fight back a little, but the T side has to be immaculate for quite some time if they are to take Legacy's Dust2.
in. What a showing coming through from Legacy. A statement to start their map pick of Dust2. 93 at the half. Simply not good enough for NAVI and took them way too long to get online. But we've seen it plenty of times. 3 rounds in some situations can be enough, but quite a few things have got to go right for NAVI. A pistol, the force to follow. First couple of gun rounds, then we can entertain that conversation. But at the moment, Legacy look on track to start this series really well.
It is true. Legacy, kind of the overtime merchants. Nissim, though, not messing around. Can he get any more from this position? Ooh, the flash comes in. Blinds up quite a few. There's a lot more around that corner than they were expecting. And now the CT's putting real pressure on in towards middle. Getting that smoke down, looking to just flatten them here. Lato secures the round for my money. It's going to be Alexi V 1 versus 4. He's got the bomb. That's about all he's got going for him.
Yeah. That's only Art's second kill, by the way.
Yep.
As we enter the first round of the second half. Well, who cares if you're winning what's about to be 10-3, right? I guess his job is not to be the numbers guy. It's to be the winning guy.
You love this art guy, you know? You might have been the one voice in like 2022 that was still fighting for art.
It's just so fun. He's so fun to watch. Like half the time it's for the wrong reasons.
I mean,
like,
yeah.
What I'm saying is I value entertainment above all.
Okay.
Right?
At the moment, he's fun.
He's entertaining. That's what I'm saying.
And then you're going to start believing in Legacy. And then they're going to be 9-3 up against NAVI. Not here, obviously. But they're going to be like,
1v4
going to be in like the semi-final of the major.
No, they're going to be in a 1v4 and they're going to overfight against Alexi.
Right. We'll see here. We'll see.
And then he's going to... Oh.
It's not happening here. But I'm saying it will legitimately happen. It's going to be like the semi-final and you're going to watch him on like Overpass.
Yeah.
Which is a real pick-based map. Just sending, dying, not stopping, dying. Donks just like free kill every round. Thank you very much. And you're like, brilliant. There goes my fun guy, my favorite team. Oh, I love watching Legacy. They're so fun.
But if you think about it,
fun doesn't win championships, Nao.
If you put Art on like the IGL role on Fantasy or like the noob role, you guarantee points in either one of them. Because like Legacy are winning and he's always at the bottom of the scoreboard. So like... So
you don't actually care about Legacy winning, you care about your fantasy.
Yeah, no, precisely. No, exactly that.
The truth
and my entertainment
reveals itself.
And my entertainment.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
he's fun.
It's going to get less fun.
No, but
when you see him costing them games.
No, you're reading this wrong because you're thinking of this as if like I'm some sort of Legacy fan. I don't care if they win or lose. He's fun in both scenarios. If they're losing and he's flying in, it's funny.
Still going to frustrate you, I think.
No, you're so incorrect. Back when it was fun when he was on Furia and it was costing them every game because I'm no skin in the game.
I suppose
I'm watching for the entertainment. It's entertaining watching a guy, what's it like, Sisyphus on the rock going up the hill.
Say again?
Is that his name? Like, is that like the Sisyphus or something like that? What's his bloody name? Sisyphus. Close enough. It's Greek, innit?
Sorry. I'm not. I'll leave it out. I made you say it again. That's cruel enough, I think. But yeah, no, he is. Yeah, he is Sisyphus up the rock. Yeah. But one must imagine Sisyphus happy. That's the real philosophy.
Is he ever happy?
That's the real philosophy. Well, you don't know. But he has a purpose. He has something to do in life.
I thought the whole thing was that it was like
a punishment.
Like the gods punished them.
But is it? This is the third level philosophy or whatever,
Yeah.
Is it a punishment because he's got like a purpose and maybe he believes that what he's doing is for the greater good and that's why they have given him this job that only he can do.
Yeah.
That's the real philosophy, my guy.
No, this sounds like bullshit to me, I can't lie. This sounds like does a tree make noise if no one's around?
Yeah, kind of. But that's real philosophy, Yeah. It's like the jazz of philosophy or whatever, if you want.
Well, don't disrespect jazz.
No wrong notes.
That's me in my bag.
Yeah, there's no wrong notes. All right. Big Sisyphus energy for NAVI here, unfortunately.
Big forced by losing energy right now as well. Double Galil on an AK, and actually pretty limited utility. Makes an execute kind of difficult here. Oh, Sadzin. An interesting decision to overfight a bit there. Back into 3 versus 3. Nissim's pretty low. and also nowhere near this site. A site itself is open. Potentially, Legacy might just save it.
Yeah.
I think especially as that bomb goes down in a second, which it will get for free, I feel like for the AK and the M4, Lato and Nissim,
yeah, they just overspend their resources to get the man advantage, right?
For Art, though, love of the game, obviously we're going to fight here. He's now got a rifle, and, you know, a normal person would be saving probably in a spot like this, but a cultured man like Art wants to give this a look in, and why wouldn't you? Let's see.
Maybe he has been forced by some kind of, you know, deal with the devil to get him back into a high-level Counter-Strike team that he has to...
Yeah.
In all the time. He has to play every round. He has to rush in every round.
Come on, my king.
Wait a minute.
My sweet prince.
Wait a minute.
Do it for me.
There's no way.
Please.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Oh my god. He's 11 HP.
Oh, Art. Whatever deal with the devil you've done, the deity that looks down upon you favorably.
Oh my god.
Give him a high five for me. Beautiful, bountiful from Art. 2 kills up until that point, 2 in the round to bring them back into it. A normal team would save, but Legacy are far from. What a fumble. Never doubt my sweet, sweet prince.
Just unbelievable. He had 1 kill last half. You've let him do that to you.
Are you not entertained?
Well,
that's
indeed.
what I asked.
No, it is true.
Are you not entertained?
It is true.
Legacy, they always bring it, whether it's for better or for worse. That's why I watch Counter-Strike. Entertainment.
He gives us something to work with in an 11-3 game, you know?
And,
so,
you know,
fair play.
Don't get me wrong. I get, you know, lots of value and entertainment from a bit of a dunk masterclass, showing how mechanically, you know, skilled he is. But I also do get entertainment from these, you know, these sort of games and these sort of decisions, in a sense.
Cinema.
Yeah, just
different
cinema.
kinds of cinema, you know? Donk is the Godfather. Art is Sharknado, you know?
Yeah.
But still enjoyable in their own little way.
Him up. We'll find this. And what was that other one? Sharknado versus something? Do you know the one I'm on about? It was like Sharknado 2, and the third one was like Sharknado versus like I want to say like a Megalodon or something like that.
I mean, maybe the problem is I'm a snob, so you would never catch me dead watching Sharknado, mates, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, Sharknado versus Crocosaurus.
Versus giant octopus. There's a whole versus universe of Sharknado.
Yeah.
You can't be serious. Did I just say Sharknado versus Polar Vortex?
I'm telling you, us cultured viewers here on the B stream, we know what's up. Yeah, Polar Vortex.
No way, this is actually a movie. That must be a fan made. Oh, because it's like a polar vortex is like polar bears in the. But this is them shadow boxing the Sharknado against
like
other
who would win?
Animal-based weather phenomenon. Anyway, Navi are winning around here, guys. Sorry.
About damn time. Art will fall as well. And Imma, he's looking for a little hunt here. I don't think it's really worth it. I mean, he's got Galil, so I guess it's one of those where potentially he could have a little look in. But Navi stay alive for now. The chance to then get back in towards this game is next to none. Hence where Sharknado creeps into the cast, but it's actually a pretty good round put together by them. Some overfights really from Legacy. I think they hit 12.
Yes.
And you know, in
it's
classic
12-3 scoreline.
Yeah, classic Counter-Strike energy where you hit the map point and then you take your foot off the gas because you think you can just kind of coast over the line. More often than not, that's not the case. More often than not, if anything, you actually need to lock in a little bit more when hitting 12. Let's see.
A free day, you know, like there's no hard call, there's no discipline required.
Yeah.
See what you can get away with, see if you can go find a clip or something.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen for them, so now maybe they will indeed lock in, as you say.
Early util's all right here, though. Akaze tagged down to just above half. And a deep CT smoke as well to slow the roll out of long. Now kept at bay. He will find the gap on that molly. Thought for a second he was going to swing through it, which would have been a real bold choice. But again, not out of the wheelhouse of a Legacy side. With the bombs going back to B, and for a second I was getting very worried. Nissim was pushing. He got just behind that smoke, and it looked like he was going to go through, which easily cost him the round. But there is the chance of a pincer here. Nissim's up close, and you can see now as well, Lato's scaling. Lato's going to get around the corner. At least one should be dead to rights here. Nissim will get one of his own as well. Wonderful, spotted and dropped. But McCarthy's got a double to entry in. Bit bomb on his back. McCarthy up close. Going to get another. Lato should be getting him every day of the week. He's 16 points of HP, but it's not to be. 2 versus 2 on the retake.
Yeah, still definitely doable here as Sadsin Creeping through dumau, sat in that smoke, which should be going down shortly. Bomb's going to get planted. Sadsin making loads of noise. Dumau's gone early!
Oh!
Still catches Mikaze though, nade in hand. How have they gotten away with that? Unbelievable. NAVI just never in that game. Head's not in it, heart's not in it maybe. The Dust2 does not get going, and a lot of questions now going to be raised of them moving into map 2.
That's what happens when you're...
Almost. The timeout to try and pull things back comes very, very late, in my opinion, right? They were 7-0 down. I think you have to... They already had a timeout earlier, to be fair, but I think you have to be timeouting until you win a round at that kind of scoreline. And by the time that happened, by the time we saw them maybe figure things out, you could argue it was too little too late. So yeah, some real big question marks now for NAVI. What are they going to be able to deliver here on Mirage? They start off on that T side as well, and we'll see if they're able to, you know, just completely forget about map 1. This is where you would expect major winners to be able to do that.
Honestly, I think it's kind of a blessing that we don't see Legacy starting on the T side, right? If you want any sort of a game out of this, you just can't have them setting the tempo again. They were so good at Dust2 and they're just flying into fights. We'll see how it pans out on that CT. We've got an A split being set up here. 2 players in this direction. They're both around Con. But you got dumau into a short, and he's going to get 2 immediately. Ima and Mikaze deleted. Ima had a really poor map number 1, and it continues at the start of map 2.
Indeed, very, very quick to set this round up in good stead for Legacy. Wonderful, just dry swinging in. Trying to take Maz into his own hands on that raid boss P250. Not going to work. Wow, and they have just been absolutely folded here. It's Alexi B left to clutch up. He's tagged down very low. Takes a couple of heads, which is good for him in isolation, but the round doesn't work. The team doesn't work. It's not looking good. Not looking good as soon as they move into Mirage here. It's more of the same, really, from Legacy.
Yeah, it's one of those. If you're going to try and take head-to-head duels against what seems like a red-hot Legacy at the moment, it's just not going to work in your favor. You've got to find better ways to take them down. dumau, nice start from him. But yeah, wonderful swinging in like that. It's just never going to work out. Pistol found. You get a buy out to a loose degree. We've got an AK-4-bit, though. Dropped over, I remember right in saying, by Alexi. He's got a deagle. Kaze on towards a Galil. That's as good as it gets. So from this Legacy, pushing a decent spot, and well, that's the AK already dead to rights. Nice swing from Lato. That's such a confident play.
Yeah, it's just the same people again, though. Like, it's very, very early on, but dumau having domination, Lato not being phased, not being afraid of this map, really. I think they've very much convinced themselves with the victory on the previous map that they can absolutely take NAVI here today in clean fashion, and that's what they're trying to prove, what they're trying to do, and indeed, much like myself, trying to put their money where their mouth is. I think that is the phrase that comes to mind.
Nice little stack here where you got one in towards Wood. Oh, wonderful. I don't know where he is. Take a bit of damage from hitting the smoke. It'll bait out his position. Actually, go and see Lato go and play up close to that. I like this. In front of Tetris. Waiting for the dive out, but smoke about to fade, and they'll realize nobody's there. Bomb picked up in towards mid, and they're going to make that move. Oh, I think Emma was spotted there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was spotted, especially with the Molly nade combo.
Absolutely. Kaze looking to try and earn a kill here as he is leading the Vanguard up connector. Ready for some presence over at the jungle, but not ready for art. They do take all the kills on site, though. Wonderful's AK really singing. The bomb's been dropped in all this, though. That's going to slow them down quite a bit. It's down to him at 1 HP to get this done. A 1 versus 2 overall. He's got barely any time. Looks to take the fight with the nade, but Nissim could have just thrown caution to the wind, wildly spraying, and I'm sure he could have felled Ima. Not going to happen for NAVI, unfortunately, but a nice try.
Yeah. Close but no cigar. Without that bomb plant, though, I don't think we see a buy to follow it up. A lot of teams do like to continue the force buys because they make it so close, but a lot of it comes down to actually getting the extra cash on deck with the plant. Nice effort. It looks already like a more competitive NAVI, despite the round loss, like making that one as close as it was. But like I mentioned, they still have the finances to really facilitate it. They can't even bring in those premium rifles here. So, upgrade of pistols is as good as it gets. The Deagle deal some damage, but All for naught. Molly will force one forward. It splits the pack a little bit, and this I'm going to get a smoke down. Needs to be careful here. He's up close. And he'll find that shot. The Eagle spam and delivers. B-site now open. The rotations are coming in, but they are diving in towards this B-site.
Oh, nice from dumau as he does finally catch one. Imma, though, with a really big kill, I think. Before that bomb goes down, get the man advantage and just really push them out of the sight here. Art goes wide, and man, the nade doesn't quite deny. It's Latos, though, to find another Imma, however, on this Eagle. Keeps the headshots coming. Sadsin alone. And shortly just looking to save.
Wow, Imma, the same amount of kills in this round as he got the entirety of the last map. And he's back to his best. That's what we needed. We spoke about superstars coming alive for NAVI, and there it is. What a round to be taken, though. So important. Completely flips the script on momentum now as well, right? We're going to go in towards this where it's a nice, comfortable full buy to come through for NAVI and for Legacy. Because that previous round being so expensive, they had to heavily reinvest in towards this one, and now losing put them on a difficult buy. I mean, most teams will force buy back in, and that's I'm assuming what we're going to get here. But that is a tough one to throw away for Legacy. Just B-side a little bit too open, maybe a little bit too aggressive from Nissim as well, going down for nothing. It's that one saved rifle. Fam has some upgraded pistols. I mean, he should be seeing NAVI not only take the lead, but probably use that as a bit of a springboard to putting serious pressure on towards Legacy, which is the first time we'll see it all series.
No, absolutely. Can they do that, though? I mean, this is the big question. Makaze, fight down below. Oh, does take it. Patience paying off, but it takes him so long that dumau comes to trade his teammate and also confirm the fact that there's nobody else at top B. So, therefore, the CTs are able to set up and get ready. There are gaps. The gap is middle, the gap is short. Slim little look coming in from a couple of players here, and as they go wide, they will get taken down again, though.
Hang on.
They're going to pivot. Maybe overthinking things ever so slightly. Nissim here, up close with the 5-7. Oh my! How does he get both? I thought surely he goes down, but he's able to get... Oh!
The temptation.
Does get traded.
The temptation of the AK.
dumau comes in behind, though, with an AK of his own. So, again, the 2 kills, it buys enough time. Bit now left in the clutch and left to recover the bomb. He's got vague location on both of these players. Can he catch them? The answer is no. And it's the 5-7 to take over. I mean, we saw a little bit there. Alexi B, hands off the keyboard, you know, just chilling, resting, thinking.
Stressing.
Trying to remain calm, I think, and not let it out.
Yeah.
He's a Zen guy, but
it's a bad round
really
to slip,
being
though.
tested.
Bad round to let go. Yeah. Definitely a little bit of tilt coming in there. A wild game we're getting on Mirage. Legacy in this balls to the wall Counter-Strike, and NAVI trying to match up to the pace of it, but it's difficult. We kind of said it in the previous series, like you can't really beat a side like Foot in this bare knuckle brawl, and the same thing here. They're going to try and make his way up. He might catch a gap, but there's a short player holding for him and a swing and a find. Art, Lato combine well, but so do Alexi and Bit. A little bit of a dynamic duo in their own regard. Art's here, only good for one. dumau for one of his own as well. One will go down. Oh, a tap on it. Actually, the spam is not bad at all. Head in hands. That's wonderful. Watches on and hoping that Bit can pull off a masterclass round that he's had in his past. We're needing something special here. Headshots need to rain through, but dumau other ideas. He is a destroyer of NAVI at the moment. 9-2 in the early portion of this Mirage. And yes, a bomb plant's good, but all that matters, another round on the board for Legacy.
Yeah, crazy stuff, man. You know, NAVI getting a bit closer, certainly looking more competitive, but not looking dominant, right? Which I think is maybe what they wanted coming into this map. Legacy still able to compete, still able to take clutch situations, which is where you'd expect NAVI to have an edge, and probably they themselves expect to have an edge. It's not the case. Timeout coming in here as they look to try and patch things up before it gets out of hand. It will be a half buy into this one.
Yeah, I like a hero AK in around like this. Like, give it a bit. He's got 4.4. If he can bring a hero AK and some like Tech 9s and armor around it, it can still be a real scary round. But yeah, Legacy in a good spot. They really are. Oh, speak of the devil, we get exactly that. We get a bit in towards the AK, the hero AK, and upgraded pistols around. I think this is kind of the best kind of buy you can go for.
Yeah.
For NAVI in this situation. But it's still a tough one to make work.
Some utility out here. So we'll see what they can do with that. Sending bit, basically just based off his spawn. Try and find the first kill. Mid nades though, so they're not too fancy. It's not like they're necessarily looking to go B and execute out. They're just looking for mid control at the moment. What are they going to do with it? Player quickly moves up. Bit runs into the AWP. That sucks for sure. Like, first person that he meets. Ooh, hold on.
Hello. This could be spicy.
Pretty isolated.
Yeah, go B here. Oh, Nissim, you are dead to rights.
His teammate keeps moving up short, so it's really not looking good. That's got to be it. That's got to be the round, maybe. We'll see.
Depends how these fights go. Imma, gonna get another with the AK. Uto dropped over. He might even be sent in towards Market here. Sads is holding the angle. Lato will send a nade in towards the site, but there it is. The patience will pay off for Sads, and he'll get one, and it leaves it for Wonderful and Makaze. Makaze with that AK-47 scooped up. What do you do in a situation like this? Numbers don't favor you. There's a little bit of util left as well for the CT side. A double flash and a smoke. And a creep on through. The split in towards this site is looking dangerous, but Wonderful will nail a quick shot. It's labored, so Wonderful gets another 1 versus 1. A Deagle, the hand cannon needs to sing against the AWP, but it can't. A no-scope up close. He's just about got enough time, I'm pretty sure, but this is going to be down to the wire. Oh, the bomb goes green, but he just about gets it, and Legacy survive a serious scare.
And what more can NAVI do?
Win the round, I think.
Well, of course, but like, what more can they do to win the round? There you go, you know, like those are the extra words maybe that they need. It's like, it's just so difficult. Get a man in behind, Imma finds the short guy. Like, how are they not winning this? Seriously, how are they not winning it? And yeah, just so damn close.
Oh my God, there's a
sliver. Yeah, a little tiny, maybe as small as that graphic goes.
Yeah. A pixel to work with there.
It's just crazy. It really is, and you know, and now it's going to get harder and harder, I think, for NAVI to keep their heads in the game.
Yeah, agreed.
They cook up a great round. They hit their shots. Maybe not everybody, but the key components slot into place. And then in comes the crazy guy flying around, shooting left, right. Not really thinking too deeply about it, and they still manage to clutch.
I will say, this is the first proper gun round we've had, though. In every situation, it's been like a half buy versus a gun round or a low buy. This is the first time where we get a real good test of what there is against the full rifles and utility. It starts with a nice nade. But it's such an important round. If you lose this for NAVI, and mentally you're going to boom. No matter how disciplined you are as a side, this is a tough one to recover from. It is still, though, once again, just the 1B anchor. Nissim gets given, you know, obviously quite tough roles in that sense. Let's see how he fares. Molly will force him out. Oh, his cross, they look dead to rights, but not to be. One jumps across, they line up, but he just can't finish off the second player as Alexi will find the trade. They've got the sight and the numbers. Surely this is going to be NAVI in towards their second round.
And it might be because Legacy are conceding it. Yeah, I would have loved to see a real battle of wits over there on the B-bomb site to see if they would indeed hold on, but Legacy are just conceding and going to give it across. So, you know, NAVI made that work. It's also something that's a bit rarer from them, I think, in terms of a burst at B. So maybe now they know they have that in their back pocket, been saving it for when the guns come out. And it looks good. Everybody trying to do that van jump. Apparently they made it like slightly harder with some of the jumping changes, very subtle jumping changes.
A few moments later.
Bomb goes off. Round 1. NAVI up to their second. It's at least a good sign in the first actual gun round. Nice solid B here that comes through, and it works well. dumau, that second kill, if he could have found Alexi through it, it really would have opened up more doors in the round itself. But game of fine margins, which NAVI win out. But with the save, Legacy no issues with the reinvest for them.
All right, let's find out. Let's see if NAVI can turn it into a few rounds, if they can even up that scoreline, or if Legacy will figure them out quick and go back to their winning ways without a hitch. Important one here, Sadzin getting aggressive. Ooh, spots a leg. He's not quick enough to react to that, but got some info in here and looking to just hold control of B apps. Fake out comes in, the push to catch him on the way back. Should be successful. Not quite, the nade just isn't fast enough. Sadzin still sticking around, not burning to the Molotov, but he takes a lot of damage.
How he stays alive, I have no idea. Just sort of accidentally the perfect movement there. Bomb is still in spawn at this point. Nice move, Imma. We'll find Nissim as that smoke fade. Oh, it's his shoulder spotted. Oh my god. Relentless in the pace from him. Down goes Bit. No one's expecting the reswing, especially when they're both spotted. Position, Imma. Nice find from him. Oh, had a chance at lining them up. And same for dumau, but both fail in their opportunities. And NAVI finally putting a bit of a statement up as well. They know the last man is Sadzin. That'll AWP over towards B. And of course you're going to have a look for a hunt. Why wouldn't you? You notice the AWP and you know you tagged him.
Since his timeout, NAVI just looking way better. Keeping it simple, but we've used the word sharp to describe, you know, fragging well, and I think that is definitely apt here.
And I think we're just getting more of these players online. Like, already, Imma's got, what is that, 3 times the amount of kills he got in towards the entirety of Dust2. Like,
Well, they still had to take this time out. I think Imma maybe looked good at the start. It's now a bit more support, getting the AWP awakened. Alexi B actually doing some heavy lifting here.
Yeah, this is without kind of 2 of the 3 main players that do put numbers up for this side.
Yeah.
Still kind of waking up a little bit. Low to no buy as dumau fixes his headset.
Oh.
It's all right. He's safe for now.
He's got the Zeus.
Yeah, interesting.
The Zapper. Pretty good spot for it, actually.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he can embarrass somebody. Fortunately, I'm not sure. Well, the bomb is now rotating back around. I thought it was going to be more of an A split. It might be a B move here. It might just be a find all the kills type round, though. I don't really know whether they're going to need a tactical masterclass. dumau has been mollied out, so they know about him. He goes down. Makaze, his forehead, doing all the work. It'll be wonderful to find that final kill, but...
Forehead cam, forehead cam.
Oh, there he is.
Someone's told him to sit
up. Yeah.
Stop slouching. It's bad for the posture.
That's what's happened in the round. His chair's just gone, like, you know, just dropped down. The hydraulics gone in his chair, maybe. I don't know.
Well,
these
one round
player
game
cams,
now.
when they got to set them up themselves, are comical, to say the least.
Yeah, well, we got Elysia's, which has been incredible. Because of his team's underperformance, so I get to see it anymore, but it was funny when we did see it. 1 frame per calendar day, but Makaze. Okay. All right, forehead gaming.
Sorry, mate.
As he headbutts them out of this round. Oh, and Bit will make a move of his own as well. Back into the buy, and Legacy have just been steamrolled here on towards the A site. This is the round done already.
Yeah. The NAVI timeout, man, it absolutely has to be. You know, they've just got a solid, maybe a bit of a pep talk coming in from the man in the engine room, as we've not really seen him, but Blade, of course, just waking them up, as you've said, and I think that definitely seems to be the case here. They've been reminded of who they are and what they're capable of. The past few gun rounds have been no contest, really, really clinical shots. And even the save might be under question, to be honest with you. Alexi's having a look.
Yeah, you're right. Why wouldn't you, right? You've got plenty of Egon to work with. Oh, a little hunt. You can afford to lose a couple. dumau will get 1. Drops a smoke for his own security. He looks like he'll be fine. I think the same should be said here for Nissim. Lexi won't get round in time. Oh, he's been heard. Don't need to peek, really, as both of them realize that it's not actually even worthwhile, the fight. Makaze, pretty worked. Flash avoided, and just 2 simple kills from Bits coming out of the smoke at the same time. A nice move, and Finally, a bit of back to the best for NAVI. This is more what we've been looking for this side. Game tied up, heading into the penultimate round of the half. I think the Legacy as well. They'll already be kind of kicking themselves for squandering the lead they have, but they could be going in towards the second half down by 2.
No, it is definitely possible, and then I worry for this T side. You know, how are they gonna get through the brick wall of NAVI that has really started to impress. Wonderful moves back to get some mid utility out here and also recover the bomb, which has not yet made it out of spawn. Meanwhile, big fight. It is Art taking the swing onto Bit. Upgrades to the AK. Man advantage for Legacy. So maybe we have written them off. Ooh, before we got going, a similar move to the previous round, but comes in a bit later. Wonderful here to try and trade things up as he looks pretty strong in order to do so. In on the stairs, however, looks to be the hero for NAVI as he's done many times so far on this map. Pushing in, knows the location of a couple, but it's Art that goes unchecked in dark. Could be a game changer, and it is. Beautiful round from Art.
In the same way we said for Imma kind of a few rounds ago on that Deagle, same amount of kills in that round as the map. I'm pretty sure that was the same for Art. Yeah, 4 kills in the first map, so both of the lower performing players in terms of the numbers having more impact here. Just a vastly different result. Quad for Art. That last shot in particular, really nice. Legacy, guarantee worst case scenario is a tied game, which is a level of a saving grace. We probably wouldn't say so just because of the lead that they did have. Take a 7-5 though, and there could be legs behind it. Immo with a team kill. But there's also a flank here as well. Oh, Nissim's got 2. One with the HE, one with the M4. And in a matter of seconds, it's all on the shoulders of Alexi B. A 1 versus 4, and he has like next to no information to work off.
The plot has been lost here for NAVI. I think that's safe to say. Not had a bad game, but anything short of a win doesn't matter. You know, all the usual kind of things we talk about, damage and bomb plants and things like this, not going to make a difference. What has Alexi B got in store, if anything? Slow creep up. They've got that bomb very well covered. There's a light check coming in. Eventually will be seen.
The thing is, though, Nissim now being seen also kind of draws attention away from Art. Realistically, collecting this bomb is next to impossible. Oh, here we go. There we go. Art, get out. But the molly will come down as well. The bomb's collectible, but there's nothing really Alexi can do. He does have a molly of his own. And there we go, seen off for the half. 7-5. A wild half for Counter-Strike, but it's Legacy who take an ever so slight lead. And we did like what we saw on the T side from them in Dust 2, so we'll see whether they continue that before a break.
Well, here we go. We're going to find out if Legacy have got what it takes to see this over the line in a 2-0 fashion, or if NAVI can stay alive in this series, stay alive in that qualification contention. There is still the 2-2 bracket for them to consider, but it's a scary place to be, right? Some really great teams going to be there, of course, and I think they would have expected to give Legacy a good run for their money, if not be beating them relatively cleanly, and it has been anything but. Legacy looking fantastic here this afternoon. They want to close things out in 2-0 fashion.
Argument to be made as well, without how well Imma was playing, potentially might not even actually be as close of a game as it was. Obviously got the quad kill with that Deagle round, but he's had a lot of great impact and given a lot of space to NAVI. The pistol is so important here. Legacy have been pretty damn good at making these competitive and really putting the pressure on. Patient one as they're waiting to dive out in towards A, and in they come. First fight, it's bit for one. Wonderful with the trade. He spots running towards, Tetris, but running low on ammo. Nissim will trade.
Yeah, Imma behind the smoke here, looking to try and find a couple. He's actually distracting away from Akaze, maybe. However, he can't get that initial shot. Lato will punish him. It's going to make all of the difference. There's a little nade here available for the T side, but they're worse for wear. Still hold out hope for the CTs. If one good clean kill comes in, nade is nice and it forces them forwards. Nissim again, and the Legacy pistols remain ever, ever convincing.
Yeah, an absolute airstrike of a nade there. And that is worrying for NAVI. You kind of needed that pistol, or at least if you don't get the pistol, you sort of need the force buy here, or else you're really going to be falling very, very far behind. An 8th on the board, a bit of breathing room as well for them, and you can just see how hyped they're getting. They don't even get the force buy out for NAVI. They're waiting for the gun rounds as early as possible, so really should be a simple 9th. Couple of Eagles to work with, and funny enough, not Imma wielding one of them, despite having that miraculous round earlier. Bookie's favoring Legacy at the moment, and it's hard not to. One of the Eagles already dropped as Bit tries to make a move. Makaze's presence is known in towards short as well with that hand cannon, so they might even just try and avoid it.
I think they'll be confident enough to close this one out. There is an approach coming towards Sadzin. He's actually somewhat isolated. He's got a player to support, but I don't think with this kind of an angle, has to be careful himself now.
That's a bomb.
Lato does manage to find one. It is the bomb. However, the MAC-10 in close proximity. It was all a trap, all an opportunity for Art to make some money. Once again, his plan works out. Imma. He get anything done? Hidden away on the stairs.
He hears him.
And they are coming his way.
Yeah.
So maybe one, but surely not the round.
Smoke as well. That'll force him if he wants to fight from top stairs. Deals some damage on towards dumau, but it's not enough. Great round to be taken. Further extending this lead. Definitely getting to the position of being worrying. His first gun round is kind of everything for NAVI. If you don't find this, it's a long, long road to recovery for them. Let's see. So much pressure on their side. You can see they look so dejected as well. 9-5 and a bonus buy for Legacy. There's plenty of econ left in the back pocket, so even if they lose it, it's not the end of the world. But if they can make this round even just expensive, despite a loss, it'll go a long way to keeping NAVI in a really uncomfortable position. DT Smoke will come through. More over towards stairs and Khan as well. Bit going to tuck himself under wood. Nade on towards ramp, but maybe a little bit uncomfortable. The MAC-10 around the corner. That is Art primed and ready. Can't give him those fights. He nearly gets another as well. The Glock is hoping as it taps through the smoke, but it can't find him. Wonderful. Drops Nissim, and they're going back towards B. There is 2 players here and a 3rd rotating over.
Yeah, they've got pretty scared about that A bomb site. I think the utility, the responsive utility.
Wow, how is he here? How is he here?
Art's got his own little corner of the A-bomb site.
And the thing is, his MAC-10's got no ammo, and he's scared to reload it.
Yeah, they know he's about.
Yeah.
They absolutely know he's about. He thinks he's stealthy, but he ain't.
Where is he?
But he could have pushed in. I don't know. He would have been spotted, surely. But then they're like, did he get window, maybe?
They're pulling away, you know.
Just the Art confusion.
Yeah.
The art of confusion, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely making a difference here.
Reload it. Oh!
Yeah, he shouldn't have reloaded, man. Should have stuck to the Glock. It's all going to be down to Latto. He fakes things out once again to try and draw some attention, thin the numbers before committing to the plant. But they are not wanting to mess this one up. They are giving him all the space in the world. Flank comes in to deny that bomb plant. NAVI with a really important rifle round.
Yeah, such a necessity. It honestly feels like a squandered opportunity for Legacy because that pushing towards A, Art finding one, dealing so much damage on towards the second, it actually looks pretty good. But I just don't think he had the full support in kind of committing out. When a couple of kills come back in play, you can see that bail that comes through and then it's a little bit chaotic. Like you mentioned, there is money for a buy, but it's not a great one. Sort of needed that bomb farm. On Deagle for Art at P250 for Nissim as he just bolsters up the Utah a little bit. So quite a bit of heavy lifting has to be done by Sadzin and dumau here. And speak of the devil, Sadzin that orb does well for one. He's now going to hold the cross. Molly will tick on towards dumau, but he's got a decent position to catch them if they go through window. They've got to smoke him off. Now they do. Oh,
comes close, but not quite close enough. It's Makaze and Imma, though, who are working round the back of this lurk smoke that has really paid dividends for the CT side. Sadzin keeps the kills coming. It's kind of the only one that does. It's going to be Art all alone. He was lagging behind.
I believe.
1 versus 3. I don't know, bro.
Art Nado. Come on. Orp out.
Oh, he's seen escaping with the AWP. Is he just going to save this into the next round, maybe?
I mean, good luck. It's a minute-long save. You know what I mean? There's not that many hidey holes.
I think he could do it. It depends. Yeah, I know that the CTs will want to like give him the chance, to be honest.
Yeah. Pretty really quick recovery there from NAVI. That kind of immediate rotate on towards the B side. The second Sadzin gets the opener, they just barrel him with numbers. Quite a gamble, but it's one that pays off. And yeah, you are right. It's looking like they're not really too comfortable in terms of hunting. Bomb drops on the site. They're sticking around it, so Art will actually be given that luxury of keeping the open play. But it's basically going to be the only thing they have in the next round.
They might try and make something around it now, though. He's got a Deagle to drop.
Yeah, it's so risky doing that is the only issue. You force buying towards the next round and lose.
I don't see why else they would commit to like saving the AWP. You know what I mean? You've got plenty of time to make the decision and talk it over. So if they didn't want to do that, surely just throw Art into the mix to even out the econ, like throw the AWP out the map or something. And
I feel like he gives Sadzin it here. He maybe has half armor behind it, and then they upgrade the pistols. That's kind of where I would lean. And Art can have like Deagle armor. Yeah, that's what we're going to get. That for me is the right call. Yes, Art's in a bit of a spot where
he has been Mac 10 maxing.
Yeah, exactly. He's sort of like double eco, but yeah, like you're right. He's more than happy using the lesser weaponry. Ooh. No window smoke. Imma needs to be careful. He's surely got to expect this as a possibility. Oh, he's spotted by Sadzin. This is the way you can make these sort of rounds work. You've just got to keep doing these little gimmicks and facilitate the AWP into as many fights as possible. And basically, the pistols around him, they've just got to be cannon fodder. Draw away the crosshairs.
Not loads of presence over on the B-bomb site here, so just got to keep your eyes on that. Will be a forward-facing Alexi B. Life of a B anchor, of course, on the jump peak, but the AWP gets ever closer, and Alexi B maybe understanding that. Not sure if he spotted the edge of a player, maybe.
Wonderful over.
Yeah, seems like maybe they have. Not quick enough. Splits the difference between a couple. Lexi B far away. Smart way to play it. They're giving him the space. Then just take the bomb plant. Keep everybody up in the apartments or on this side of the site. But the push will now start and it looks good. Dropping that AWP is the important thing. Nissim manages to get his hands back onto it. So we'll see what he does. However, the relentless CTs making it look good. Nissim can't get anything going. NAVI bringing it within one now, getting close. Legacy's T side, leaving a lot to be desired.
Yeah, honestly though, getting a bomb plant out of that is really not bad at all. Yes, the AWP falls, but you're going to be buying back in towards this next round. It was a minimal investment towards that one. The only one who takes a bit of a hit is Art because of his double eco, but like you said, he's been Mac 10 maxing, and I think he might just go back into it, to be honest. There's small silver linings to be taken away from what was ultimately always a bit of a throwaway round. Let's see. RV reaching distance now. Quad AK, it's all on the Tech 9 with the belt of util. Who's this Legacy? Game tied up, and if anything, given over towards NAVI. That lead as their finances all go into ruin.
Execute coming in, not wasting any time getting going here now.
Yeah.
Not sure how we feel about this. Bits in the corner, ready to deal with them. He will eventually go down. Nice little flash move, but surely it's just cost them so much to get in now that they can't hold the line. Alexi's late to the party. Maybe an opportunity to thin some numbers. Makaze moving in, nice and aggressive here. He will be watched for. He will get taken down. Weird little game state to deal with.
Good trades.
Maybe Legacy are onto something with this. Sadsim brings it down to the one-on-one. He's done so well on the trades. Can he find now a clean headshot? Maybe just here's a footstep from Alexi B. Mollies it out. Gonna go for the bomb plant. Alexi's immediately rotated round towards CT.
Ooh.
Sadzin seems happy to take this fight. Gets the bomb down just round the corner. How does he play this one? Trying to put some distance between him and Alexi. Flash comes up. He's easily able to dodge. Playing it patiently. Waiting for Alexi to make all of the noise. Nade is pretty damn good to soften him up. It's a clean headshot required from the AK of Sadzin. That's really all he has to win this one out. Holding the angle so very attentively for so very long. He's not going to come this way, though. Or is he? Or maybe. Not sure. Sadzin can't get it done. And it's the nade that makes the difference. The kit, thankfully, for Alexi. And the even up for NAVI.
Oh, you can see the frustration. He thinks he's played around that perfectly. And it's a good effort. If it wasn't for this way too easy double 4-bit, Legacy walk away with that round. It's just a little sloppy on the entries, but well done from Alexi. Like you said, honestly, that nade it makes all the difference. So close, yet so far. Game tied up. The bomb plant does allow them to be buying back in. Eagle Eels have to be brought into the play here. Auto get tagged up early on the edge of that smoke. And the molly down, they're going to go quick towards B, but it's only one. It's just dumau trying to create a bit of a ruse himself. He's alone in this endeavor for now. There's two making their way out of ramp as well. It's bit under Bauk. How quick are the reactions? One's going to go up on high. Oh, he spotted the fee. He spotted the fee. He knows. He knows. The only thing is he's going to surely get tunnel vision in here, but it doesn't matter. Wonderful's going to support. And then Bit, unchecked, gets another. Legacy, desperation starting to creep into the Counter-Strike here, and they're making a lot of simple mistakes.
Yeah, moving really quickly into the round. They try and sell like a light fake. It's just not convincing enough. Running out of strats, running out of depth here, of course. You begin to question things in the long term. Whether this is going to last for Legacy, whether they will be able to refine themselves, maybe some timeouts to be taken.
Yeah.
At the very, very least. But even then, NAVI have just started to look incredibly dominant, which for the first time in the series, it's good to see.
Yeah, it's true. And I think for Legacy as well, you know, when they bring this sort of relentless pace in rounds and it works, it's fun to watch and it's effective. But this is kind of the other side to the sword. They're barreling in towards fights and they're just getting mowed down. It's just way too easy for NAVI. All they know they have to do is just keep guns up. Not even required to use that much utility. Just be ready for the fight. You're going to go for a little look for a hunt. And I mean, don't blame them. Flash over, no one here. They are safe enough, though. They're tucked in towards Palace just about. So, no hunt at the end. Yeah, he spots the feet. Bit. There's a gap in that box, and Pixel's enough for him. He tells Wonderful the information, who gets the kill, and then Bit goes unchecked. Again, another one where it's two opening kills go the way of NAVI, and that all but seals the deal on the round. First side to hit double digits somehow. Here's NAVI, and considering the first half we had, especially towards the tail end, where it felt like Legacy were waking up, and then they get the pistol and the force buy. It all felt like it was slightly being set in stone, but that is not the case. Swing and a trade. Gun scoop back up as well. Wonderful. Gotta be a bit careful here. This is the shot. He's in a bit of trouble, and he's now dead to the Deagle. Numbers advantage. Honestly, the first time in a long time for Legacy.
This would be the round, wouldn't it? Keeping it just loose, straight fights coming in from them. Is there anything back around? Oh, for NAVI, Immer. Lucky to be alive. And they're slowly moving towards this B-bomb site. If the bomb ends up going A, round is over. And it's maybe a soft save in that sense from NAVI. Although, 6 HP Immer. Naked guard over here with like a wooden sword to try and hold on to the A-bomb site.
Yeah, this is kind of like hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby.
Indeed.
On the A site. We'll see. They haven't really committed. There's a full freeze call by Art. NAVI, they're going poking and prodding. They're searching for information. There might be one in towards window. There's some boosted Art, but as he rounds his corner, Alexi will see him in a second. Alexi will see him in a second if he looks to his right. Oh, he does, just about. You know, it's one in towards window, two in towards con. All three now spotted. And Bit has a chance to seal this, but his crosshair goes skew whiff. Legacy tie it back up, and of all the rounds for them to find, that was the one that it felt like they had the least chance. But for the first time in a while, they get the numbers advantage and they just utilize it. Play as a pack, move together, trade effectively.
Yeah, really solid. But again, just coming off the back of a slightly gimmicky start, you might argue, right? Like not the conventional smokes out mid. They just go flying looking for an early kill. And that's something that maybe is going to catch you for one round, but obviously isn't going to work time and time again. NAVI will be slightly more aware, maybe not getting, you know, their players jumping up short, those types of moves, running out mid, utility in hand as they peak mid. Timeout being taken here to, again, just readjust. It's a blip, it's a small mistake, but overall in the rifle rounds, we have looked incredibly dominant, that kind of line at the moment.
Just reassuring them, isn't it? Now, in this second half, we've been the better side, especially when the guns are in play. It's until then being all us. It's a hiccup, it's a blip, it's a speed bump in the road. Just don't want to lose faith. We kind of saw when NAVI checked out and towards Dust2. So easy for Legacy to just it's their way to the end.
Funny how I think, because all these like breaks and things coming in, funny how the top mid smoke has just made a reappearance.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, Imma's able to go for like a really low damage break of the mid smoke there, so yeah, kind of interesting. See how that develops as a meta item, but for now, Bit is in his usual spot. Will they expect him? Yeah, it's him dry swinging. Takes the first, and indeed, I think they're aware that Bit should be somewhere around. Trades come thick and fast. Will there be anything untraded for that CT side to try and get them back in? Do they even want to give this a look here, or will they move to save?
Oh.
Definitely going to now. Dumau is the thorn in the side. As Legacy looks set to hit 11, they've gone back to their gimmicky style. This is Brazilian Counter-Strike through and through. Dry walking out of Palace. And the conditioning maybe that's been set up here. A lot of the time in these early rifle rounds, we have seen them go for quick executes, but indeed still getting the util down. Now it's quite the opposite. They're just straight up AK shots to the head is the call, I would imagine. Go A, shoot head.
Yeah, and this is also kind of the issue as well, is that you give Legacy and then you stay taking a mile, right? You can't afford to allow them back. If you're in control of the tempo, you can't afford to allow them back in because they will run with it. And they're so good at doing that. Chaining rounds back to back, and they get back into a bit of a snowball is what Legacy do best. And NAVI have given them a little bit of a gap to work with, and of course they're going to take it. Advantage Legacy. And honestly, series on the line here for NAVI with this buy. MP9, 2 FAMASs. Whole kitchen sink thrown at this one, and NAVI let it slip. And Legacy find 12 here. There's next to no money to work with in towards what is most likely the final round of play here in this series.
All to play for here. And there is some slowdown and tension re-added by Legacy. Not necessarily looking to try and find those same dry walkouts. Smoke comes in towards Ram. That'll keep them at bay for now. They're expecting something to come their way, I think, is the change up here. But NAVI not necessarily taking crazy aggression into their own hands.
And they're scared to do it, to be honest, especially with this sort of buy. I don't really blame them. They've got to clear it under. Bit has played in basically every round, and they did it last round. Cleared him. Easy 1-for-1. Tension really got to come in. The molly will force out Alexi. Surely dead to rights, and he is. To the hands of Lato. Bit trying to play on the edge of this smoke. He gets one. The transfer's a little labored. It's damage dealt. They know there's a sandwich player. The thing is, do they expect a second? They do, but it doesn't matter anyway. Lato and Nissim combine well. And wonderful on a 1 versus 3, you have to save here. The issue is he's surely walking towards his demise. He has no idea about this comp player, and he does not clear him. dumau sees it off, and that is Legacy, map and series point. And NAVI left in ruin. Pockets are empty, wallet is thin, chances are dwindling. And you can see they are tilted.
Legacy looking so damn solid, though. Again, there are some adjustments coming into this round. It's not quite as gimmicky. It's a bit more thought out. They will go for the execute. Bit in a great spot. I was worried the Palace player didn't move for a long time on that T side. I was like, he needs to join. He needs to deal with these players that are still on site. They still managed to make it work. Some heads rolling. Trades are so clean. Arthur with the entry to maybe finish the series here and now. Get that playoff qualification locked in. Can they defend? The trades again look so damn solid. Wonderful does go untraded at the back end of the site, evening up the numbers. Sadzin's on the extremity, making sure that there's no rotators to help. Wonderful left on 12 HP. He's all that they have, and he will go down. It is Legacy to do it in a 2-0 fashion, dominating map 1, coming back into map 2. We have seen some real brilliance from them there against NAVI, a major winning team. Unfortunately,